Whoa,
It just deleted everything.
it did. Hello and welcome to Retro Game Connect. I'm Dan Mastriani.
And I'm Ian Butterfield.
And today we're taking a look at the origin of the God game because we're playing Populous on Amiga. Well, for Amiga because we're not using an actual Amiga, but you know what I mean.
And to be clear, this is a genre of gameplay style, not a religious game.
Yes. No, we're not playing the Bible game.
Yeah.
Which,
I've seen video of that. We don't
Yeah.
watch it.
It's not great.
This is where you are God.
Yes. After a fashion, you're a god, not necessarily the god. Let's not get
The
into
perfect game if you have the ego of Peter Molyneux.
that. Yes, exactly. This is, I guess, the first game you worked on. So let's go ahead and start playing. Woo! All right. So, of course, this is the game originally released on a floppy disk. So, the tutorial text isn't actually in the game. Oops. Let's go ahead and start the tutorial before the demo starts again. So as I was saying, so we're doing the tutorial, but as you can see, there's no text telling me what to do. That is because this game was released on floppy, so they didn't really have disk space for that. So instead, all the actual instructions for the tutorial are in the manual. So Ian, you will be responsible for guiding me through that.
Okay. So the tutorial begins in pause mode to give you a chance to look around before things start happening. On the open page of the Book of Worlds, which I believe is up on the top
right
left there.
Yeah, they want
is a small map of the entire world that you want to conquer. The crosshair shows you what area is being displayed in the close-up map.
Okay, so we're up here.
So the crosshair is in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Red dots are evil walkers.
Yeah, those guys are down here.
Dark gray are evil settlements. Blue dots are good walkers.
Yep.
White dots are good settlements. Light gray dots are rocks.
Yep, we got a lot of rocks.
Click on any spot in the Book of Worlds to view that immediate area on the close-up map.
Boom.
There's just some dudes running in place.
Drill around. Yep. Yeah, as you do.
Left click on the zoom to leader icon, which
I believe it is.
It's on the left. Left.
This one.
That one. Yep. This displays your leader on the close-up map.
It's the wrong one. Is it this one? Nope. There it is. Found it. This is
yes. Yeah. He's the one carrying the Ankh.
Yes.
They are vital to control. They might be inside a building, which will have the... So if they go inside a building, the Ankh will attach to the building.
Yes.
So to locate the leader of the evil population, find some red dots on the Book of Worlds. Click a red dot to view the enemy.
That was easy. This guy with a skull here, right?
Give me a second. I'm reading.
Okay. All right.
Yes, the evil leader carries a skull on him. Once you find him, select the query icon, which is the question mark, obviously. Yeah. And your cursor becomes a shield. Position the shield on the evil leader and click. When you do this, it will tag him with the shield.
Huh.
Check on the enemy leader's power. Look at the information shield at the top right corner of the screen.
Yeah, we're looking at it right here. So, doesn't seem to have much going on. He's got a little bit of orange here, so I guess it's because, it's the beginning of the game.
The higher the level of the orange on the bars, the stronger the walker. Yellow represents an even stronger character. You can find more details in the details. Go back to your leader by left-clicking the zoom to leader icon. I am tired today.
Does it want me to click on him as well?
No, you want to click the pause icon, which is the 3 Z's.
Must be on pause.
Now you can work, so you can work on the landscape.
Yeah, I think I right-click to lower. So I'm gonna.
Now that you're. Notice the people begin to move instead of walking in place and build structures. Now you're going to do some landscaping.
Oops.
Click on the raise and lower land icon, which are the arrows going up and down.
Yep.
This turns your cursor into a hand pointer. Okay.
Yeah, I did the thing.
As you move the hand pointer over the close-up map, the crosshair jumps from point to point. This is the point of land that will be effective. Left-click to raise the land, right-click to lower the land. Try to create a flat area. Once you do, nearby people expand settlements on the flattened area. The more flat land you have around a settlement, the more crops they can grow, the more advanced they become. Note, you can only raise or lower the land when there are people or settlements on the close-up map.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm guessing that's so you can't just, screw around with the enemy. So you do eventually get some powers that will allow you to screw around with the enemy.
Now you can click the zoom to shield icon, which is the shield with the arrows facing left and right, to see what the evil guys are up to.
Okay.
So that's the button that's in the middle of your directional buttons, actually.
Indeed.
Like you, they're going to build as much as they can so their population can grow.
Jerks. So... This one? This one. No.
No, it's in the middle of your movement icons.
Oh, yes. This one. Okay.
Okay. So...
They got a house.
The papal magnet icon,
that I'm guessing
which
is this one.
The Ankh with the arrow pointing down.
Ankh with the arrow pointing. Oh, this one.
Yes. You should see an Ankh with a small arrow followed by a crosshair. Place the crosshair at the bottom corner of an evil building and left click. This should place your papal magnet to that building. Now click on the go to papal magnet icon, and your people will now walk toward your leader as he treks to the papal magnet.
Yes, I accidentally already did that. So they're moving. You can see them on the map here.
When your leader gets halfway to the papal magnet, click on the settle icon, which is an arrow pointing right to a flag.
Wow.
Your people will search for the nearest flat land and build. Raise and lower the land as necessary.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, we're fighting. All right. So I guess I gotta try to make some nice flat land here so we can take it over.
Your evil guy there is filling up an orange bar there.
Oh dear, yeah, he is. Something has empowered him. Probably because, they got more people going there now. Now I'm going to try to create some flat land for my peoples so they can...
Check the mana bar. If the pointer is to the right of the knight icon, which is
it sure is. It's right here.
Yeah, okay. Click on the knight icon at the bottom of your gameplay screen.
So this one.
So that one. Your leader turns into a knight and the building disappears if your leader was in one. Your knight is not under your control. He's a fighting machine who will destroy everything in its path.
That sounds good.
Click on the zoom to night icon, which is the night icon with the arrows facing left and right.
Oh, he's just setting stuff on fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the evil leader. No? I can't tell.
No, that's my guy. He's got blue on. Oh, the evil leader defeated my knight, I think.
Yep.
So he wrecked some stuff up on the way. All right, so I'm pretty sure I gotta hurry up and do something else now. So,
now that you no longer have a leader, he became the knight. Click on the go to papal magnet icon, so your walkers will again walk towards the papal magnet. The first walker to touch that magnet will become the new leader, and they will start carrying the Ankh.
Indeed.
So there you go. You got a new leader.
I do. Cool. Yeah, we're right on their doorstep. We're rocking these guys.
Once you have a new leader, click on the settle icon so your people can start cultivating land again. Help your people by raising and lowering the land as necessary. Creating usable land for your people is a vital part.
Oh no, we didn't want to do that.
Game.
All right. It is a little can be a little difficult to
Apparently, if you have enough power, you can use the earthquake icon to destroy evil settlements.
I think is this the earthquake?
No, the earthquake is the shock waves.
Oh, there. Okay, so I definitely do. Let's all right, well, let's get a little farther away from my settlements first off. Go down here. There's a bunch of evil down here. Oh, they got a castle. Let's quake the castle.
You might have to use the lower one.
Oh, duh.
Yep.
There we go. There goes their castle. It's good for me.
Wonder if that castle had a phone.
I don't know.
That's a Rocky Horror Picture Show reference.
Shake this up too. Bar. And make things bad for them. Sadly, I don't have enough for a volcano. That'd be really fun.
That's the basic idea.
All right. So is there anything else I should be doing, or am I just on my own at this point?
So you can click on the go to papal magnet icon so your leader resumes his trek into enemy territory. When your people get into enemy territory, click on the fight then settle icon, which is an arrow pointing to two crossed swords. Bottom left.
Yes.
To make your people attack the enemy and then build houses if your people are strong enough to beat the enemy in battle. When you're ready for a game, click on the game setup icon, which is a globe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the globe on the bottom right.
Fine. I mean, we could do that.
And then select Conquest. Soon you'll wonder why you haven't mastered the universe long ago.
Indeed. So I think we should just finish the tutorial, and that will be good. Nothing's going over here. I'm not sure if there's a way to...
You have enough mana to earthquake them again?
I could earthquake them.
Do it!
I don't want to get too close to my own land, though. I don't want to...
Well, yeah, but I don't see any blue flags.
I wonder if I can't do this, can I? No. I'm not sure how the range goes, is all. I do have enough for... I'm going to create another knight.
Yeah, do it. Do it!
Or am I? There it goes. Let's see what my knight's doing. Knight and plus. There we go.
Oh,
seriously?
And he got defeated.
Yeah. This is disappointing. Send somebody to the papal magnet. I need a new leader. Break this house. Break that house.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Da, da,
There
da.
we go. Now, fight in central.
Should make that one guy a knight.
I can't. I don't have enough mana.
Oh, mana.
Oh, man. I do seem to have, like, a lot of the continent here. I just got to try to create areas where guys can, build stuff.
Yeah.
So that I can obtain greater mana. Here we go. Flattening things out. So I guess this is
certainly seems like the kind of game you really gotta take time with.
Yeah, so I guess that it kind of started out as one of the people at Bullfrog had basically been hired to do graphics on their games. They decided to try to get into the games business, and first two games they didn't do well. So the guy's figuring like, well, I'm probably gonna be fired any time, but while I'm still employed, let me bring my my Atari SD into work here, and just for ha-has, I'm gonna see if I can port one of our Amiga games to the ST. While I'm waiting for them to tell me that I've been let go. And he kind of got sidetracked in kind of like messing around and trying to like create a train editor program. So he's like, oh, this is actually kind of neat, but to get this working, there we go.
Hey,
I got me a nice
does
big
that castle have a phone?
But in the process here, he kind of got sidetracked and he starts working on his terrain editor, and he needs he's like, well, I to test this properly, I need a map, but I don't actually want to build a map manually. So let me just quick create a terrain generator so the computer will do it for me. And he puts together the terrain generator and he comes up with the terrain and like, oh, this is way too spiky looking. I need let me see, I can clean up a little if I code in the ability to move the land level up and down. So it was around this point that the people that run the company, including Peter Molyneux and his the other founder of the company, whose name I'm not remembering off the top of my head. They noticed that he's been messing around with this stuff, and they're like, this is actually kind of interesting. And eventually, I guess Peter Molyneux gets the idea of like, what if we had little people walking around on these stages you've created? So now they got little people coming around, and they're like, well, little people need something to do. Let's give them houses. Not little people have houses that they can build. And it was at some point they decided to try hooking a couple computers together with a network cable. So now you can play this game against each other. But I guess the game lasted too long, and that's why they added in the night, so you had a way to kind of like finish things off. And they basically just kind of built the game out as they went along.
Yo, the Armageddon icon though?
That's pretty serious. I don't think I'm quite at Armageddon yet, unfortunately.
Both papal magnets are moved to the center of the world, and both populations uproot their homes and head toward the magnets, building land if necessary to cross water. Once there, they fight until one side is obliterated. Once you select Armageddon, you cannot alter the flow of events in any way. Make sure your population heavily outnumbers your enemies before invoking this command.
I mean, I think I'm
hilarious.
I'm getting close to it. But what I'd actually like to do, there's not a lot of the enemy guys left, but if I can get enough power for it, what I'd really like to do is create a volcano in the middle of their territory. That should be fun. I want to do that. So let's. That's my current goal. I think I might be able to do it. It's close. I'm not sure how far that arrow has to be. I might let things develop a little more to be safe.
I don't know how much mana you need.
Well, if you look, you can see the arrow is pretty close to being to the side of that. So
Arrow?
see, so the arrow here.
That.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah. So right now, I'm just kind of filling in little bits of land to try to get that last bit of mana I need for volcanoing. We're gonna give him a hot foot, a very serious hot foot. I think I could probably get another. Keep sliding to the side there. There we go. That's another castle. All right, good. We got it. So, an enemy castle.
You went right to their castle.
Not for much longer.
You sure would suck if a volcano just popped up in the middle of our castle, huh?
It would. I pressed the button. What do I have to do here? I don't seem to have gotten my volcano, though. Let's try that again. What am I missing?
It raises the area in the close-up map to a considerable... yeah, so you should just be able to, like, click it and use it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it. And nothing seems to be happening.
Maybe it's locked in the tutorial?
Maybe. Let me try to quicksand these guys. Well, I'm confused.
Hold on.
I'll tell you what I'll do, though, is I think I should create another night. All right. Nightin'. Aha. Aha. And wreck up the place. Can we take over this enemy castle? There he goes. I'm gonna try to wreck some of their castles.
Oh! Wait.
What'd you find?
Try hitting the scales.
Scale? Oh, for God's sakes.
When the button is in, the option is available. When it is
There we
out,
go.
it is not available.
All right. Crap, now I got guys here. Oh, my knight is here. If I use volcano now, that would be bad.
If your knight dies?
Yeah, I don't want my knight to get caught up in it. So I gotta try to
tell him to retreat.
Nope, I don't get to control him. Whoa!
It just deleted everything.
It did. That makes things awkward for them. How you doing, my knight? But they're pretty low. I think I'm
point where you can start Armageddon.
I could. I don't think I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket because I don't think I need it, considering where the numbers are.
Yeah, but it'd be funny to finish it out like that.
I mean, if we get there, I will activate it. But my knight has become quite powerful now because I have so many guys on my side. So let's top things off here. Let's create some more flat land. Should further empower my knight. I do like how you know, like the buildings evolve the more land you give them.
Yeah.
So that's neat. Apparently, one of the strategies involves like intentionally breaking up castles.
Really?
So like you let them build a castle with the mana, then you break it up so that our guys will come out and don't remember exactly what the strategy is, but I saw something about that. So that there's a way you can use that to your advantage. All right, how's my night doing? Huzzah! Alrighty. Oh, you can create multiple nights. Should have done that. Oh well. So there we go. I think that's some good populism.
Indeed.
Okay, there we go. It's clearly a pretty indirect type of gameplay. So you basically have to create conditions for your people to succeed rather than directly leading them.
Yeah, because you anoint the leader.
Exactly. So it's still kind of interesting. I kind of like what they stumbled upon there with that gameplay.
That's a neat concept.
I mean, they definitely took it in a more direct direction, I guess. I guess I'll go ahead and say with the other game we played.
Goddess.
No, the one that we played previously that was kind of a follow up to this, and suddenly the name of it is flown out of my head.
Well, I don't remember what the name of games we play are.
Oh my god, it was that one is more of a direct RTS style game.
Oh. I don't know.
This is really bothering me. I don't know why I suddenly can't remember what it's called.
Don't want to have editing, Dan, flash it on the screen right now?
I mean, I guess I could, but I would like to just be able to say it. Take the archive here. Actually, no, I just need to search for Bullfrog.
Archive, if you want to mispronounce it.
Powermonger. There we go. That's the thing that it is. So Powermonger is more of a direct you're controlling these guys thing. But this was interesting. Like Peter Molyneux kind of made a career out of it. I guess this is the first game he actually worked on. You know, like Bullfrog was actually originally founded to make business software. Which, in the 80s, a lot of people considered like, this is where money is made in software by selling them to businesses.
Yep.
But they saw the games. It's funny. Like, I guess if this hadn't succeeded, they might not have continued as a games company.
Might not have gotten Fable.
Yeah, which I actually like. I know it was the problem with Fable is kind of far from what Peter Molyneux promised. But if you had been paying attention to what Peter Molyneux promised, it's a pretty decent game.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to what Peter Molyneux is putting in his next game because 90% of it's not going to be in it.
Yeah, he tends to let his mouth run away from his brain, but still though. I mean, I guess this has pretty good, multiplayer too. I didn't really want to try and figure out how to set that up, especially because technically you would need some copyrighted ROMs that I'm sure you don't really want to pay for. So I paid for them, okay? But we didn't really want to get into that. But it's an interesting thing against the AI. We just did the tutorial. I'm sure it gets a bit more complex when the difficulties turn up a bit. Fun thing is they were saying that people were always thinking that like the AI for the red team is a bit more devious than the blue team, but that's really just perception because they're actually identical.
Yeah, that makes sense. People make stuff up all the time.
Yeah, but because they're attacking them, they think, oh, this AI is tougher than my AI. Like, no, you're just losing. But I guess for a while the games used to take like forever to finish because you didn't really have anything to do except build more guys and hope that was enough. So, it'd be kind of back and forth for a while and huge, long-lasting stalemates.
And I'm yawning thinking about that.
Yeah, the ingredient that they needed to figure that finally fell into place to fix that was one, having the god power so that you can earthquake the other team, do the volcano, create swamps and stuff.
Start Armageddon.
Yeah. So having that, and also the ability to create knights, so you have a combat focused unit that can kind of go and wreak havoc on your enemies. So that kind of led it to be, okay, now we can finish things when somebody's ahead. So it's just an interesting, and it's a thing that was kind of like, they didn't really have an idea in mind. The game just kind of came together as they were developing it.
It's kind of neat overall, really.
Yeah, which was something you could do at the time, too, where you had, maybe 4 or 5 person teams making the game.
Yeah, not multiple studios, possibly in multiple countries.
Yes, exactly. So you could iterate because it was fast. There was an incident from development. Peter Molyneux had a hard drive crash and lost a bunch of code. And he basically had to redo all of it in 3 weeks.
Oof.
But since he was rebuilding it from scratch and already knew what he was doing, I guess the resulting code was actually better than what he started with.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But because we're at a simpler level back then, that was something you could do. This is something you could probably do in indie publishing nowadays, where you got small teams making small games. And as you said, a gigantic 1,000-person studio can't make a game that way. There's too many moving parts.
But also at the same time, a gigantic studio like that would have more backups and be less likely to run into that problem.
Oh yeah, you got versioning control.
Just due to the nature of said production.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously you have got all the resources, so less going to give me your fancy photorealistic game is you need that many people.
Yeah.
But it also kind of makes it harder to innovate because
all
big boats can't steer as fast.
Yeah.
But still, this game is very available. I do actually also have the DOS and the Super Nintendo versions. But last I checked, you could get the DOS version on both Origin and I should double check actually instead of just talking out of temporarily. But last I checked, you could go to GOG and pick up Populous, and of course the chat window is right over the search icon. Yeah, so they have the entire series. So they have Populous 2, which was really more of an expansion pack, and Populous the beginning, which actually did change things up a bit. So those you can get the DOS versions from GOG. They should also be on Origin, unless EA has for some reason decided to take it down. I guess EA was kind of like their last choice to publish the game, just because they didn't think that EA would go for it for whatever reason. Apparently, they'd worked with EA before and they had connections there, but they were thinking well, EA isn't going to want this, so they tried a bunch of other publishers who were like, nah. And finally, they were like, well, we'd better try EA because nobody else wants to pick this up, and EA went for it. So apparently the contract, not great, but the game was successful enough that they made money anyway.
Oh, let's hope EA doesn't try to make a remake of this anytime soon, because you'd be paying an extra $1.50 every time you wanted to use the volcano.
I'd honestly be surprised if they went back to it at this point.
Yeah, but you could put this on a mobile game and put the timers on it and microtransact. It is perfect for a mobile game.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tried, but I mean,
they did that with Dungeon Keeper or something like that.
Yeah, they made a horrible mobile Dungeon Keeper. Honestly, really, as far as that goes, you want to stick with the first game anyways, is what I've heard. Though, hey, since you brought it up, I do have that. So if people want to see that, we can play Dungeon Keeper at some point. I mean, we've now hit Populous, we hit Powermonger, we can do Dungeon Keeper. I don't know if I have any other. I did get Populous the new beginning, so people can let us know what Bullfrog or just Peter Molyneux games they would like to see in the future. I mean, we got
access to Fable too, I think.
Yeah, I've got both the Lost Chapters on Xbox, like a physical disc. I've got Anniversary, Fable 2 and 3, so we're stocked up. So let us know what you would enjoy watching.
Indeed.
But anyhow, if you enjoyed a global warming simulator, I don't know.
Kind of.
The sea level was actually going down instead of up, so maybe the reverse. Make sure you give this episode a like, and we want to catch future episodes in which perhaps we deform the terrain in other ways. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. I've been Dan Mastriani. You can catch me on Twitter at NewTabCola.
I'm Ian Butterfield. You can find me on Twitter at Ian G. Butterfield. You can find the show at Retro Game CNCT, Facebook.com/Retro Game Connect, and RetroGameConnect.tumblr.com. You can also find me doing live streams, particularly right now, of Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, over at twitch.tv/geek_lord_42. That I like Lego Star Wars games, so this is just going to be fun. But if you enjoyed the games we played, let us know. If there are any games you'd like us to play, drop them down in the comments. If we can get our hands on them, we might just play them, or we might just make a volcano appear in the middle of them.
But most importantly, make sure you join us next time on Retro Game Connect.